Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. I am so sorry that we are vertical this morning, but I was not able to get it to go back around. I don't know what the problem is this morning. Hey, Aunt Mer. So let's warm up our creative noggins. So I'm going to paint one of the pieces from the Kathleen Caughlin set, the art printable. So I'm going to start with this segmented kind of a jewel shamrock. And I have a couple of different colors of... It is not cooperating today, Keely. I don't know what the problem is. Goodness sakes. Okay, so let's get some paint wet. This one, I was feeling like I wanted to do some different colors in different segments. I thought that might be fun. And it's a way to warm up our, stretch our creative muscle, right? So remember we talked about painting from our palette. So let's start off with that. So I'm going to take some paint here. Remember, if we get some water on the palette or on the block of paint, and then we move it to the palette. Hey, Nancy. Then we're going to. This is where you see the true color, right? Because the palette is light. So let's just start painting some of the segments with this first wash of color. It just helps me warm up my brain to just start painting. It's just the most relaxing way I know to get myself going, Alrighty. Then let's do here. Let's do this one the same. I love that it just kind of goes into infinity. And then I'm just going to start, painting some of the segments where the light might hit it. Right? That's oops. And I started to do them all kind of the same, and now I'm just kind of, I am back. So sorry, Laura. Stinking Facebook. I don't know. And it's probably stinking Anne, actually. I don't know. So let's come in with some of this kind of a springier green. This, I think this is from the Tropicals. And this is the Classics, so let's come in with that green. And it's just a little bit different. I think just having all of these different shades of green is going to really pop that. Good morning, Carm. How are you? It's going to really highlight the fragments, which I think would be funny. Super cool. So, Aunt Kathleen, who is Kathleen Caughlin, and she was lovingly known as just plain old Auntie to all of us, was just the loveliest woman. And she appeared quite demure, but I'm just going to tell you, she's one of the strongest women. Just like one of the strongest women. She and my gram were, I'm telling you, the most amazing women. Way before their time. They were independent women, but always a lady. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like they were independent and handled their business, but always had lots of decorum and despite whatever challenges they met in life. So they were quite an example to all of us, that's for sure. And so she was an easy one to pay homage to. Good morning, Sue. How are you this morning? So I am just painting some segments of the faceted shamrock from the Kathleen Caughlin art printable to kind of warm up my creative brain. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm loving how this is coming out. So I'm using 3 shades of green. You know, you could certainly mix your own greens, and that's super cool. You could do values of the same green. That would be super cool too. I mean, you could do whatever colors you wanted. You could, you know, I just, one of my dearest friends, I wanted to talk about this today. One of my dearest friends lost her mom this week. And her mom was just amazing. And they were just as Irish as us. And so when I think about Rosie O'Leary, she was just the loveliest. She was fun-loving and kind and just the best. Really artsy, really adventurous with her, kind of everything. Anyway, so when I'm painting this, I'm sure thinking of Rosie and her daughter Shelley, who is my very, very dear friend. And so I'm, like I said, I'm thinking of them this morning. And what I wanted to say was I try very hard to create all of this artwork open-ended so that you could use it for anything, right? So this could certainly be, it could be a good luck card because the sentiments that I created for this art printable are good luck and I believe in you. So there you go, right? So it could be used for anything. So think about that it's not just St. Patrick's Day. Although we love St. Patrick's Day, I want you to know that bells of Ireland, those are just pretty flowers. And a jeweled shamrock is just good luck or something pretty to look at. So it doesn't necessarily have to be just St. Patrick's Day. So I'm kind of feeling like I might send one of these cards to Shelley. Just from one Irish lass to another, you know? Oh, I'm loving it so much. Let's go here. Let's come over to this green. I mean, it's okay if they're next to each other. It's just pretty to see all the different greens kind of playing with each other, you know? And it's fun to just fill up those little spaces. It's kind of like a game, you know? my mom was very good friends with Shelly's mom. So we did lots of things, the four of us. That's for sure. Lots of Girl Scout things, lots of, oh my gosh, all kinds of things. And they shared lots of recipes, and I made Rosie O'Leary's Lebkuchen, German cookies, at Christmas time this year. And they were so good and just reminiscent of my childhood. That's a cool thing about sense memories, isn't it? I was just talking to someone about that your sense memories are so strong, you know, that you can remember a smell or a sound. I think those are kind of just as strong as like a sight memory. I mean, you know what that's like when you see someone and you're like, wait, I know that person. How do I know that person? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Rebecca. How are you this morning? So I'm feeling like, let's do this little space, that little space. What else do I have here? Hi, Brenda. How are you? I always know it's you because when your little, when your name pops up, that little picture of you with the hat. So you can never change that because then I won't know it's you immediately. And I love that. Okay, so I think my brain is warmed up well enough now. You guys, I'm loving that. I'm loving it. So I'm going to set this stuff aside, the paints, and I'm going to start to work on some card assembly. So I have some ideas in my head. I remember the other day we were talking about the piece like this. Okay, so here's my two. I believe in you and good luck. Not for anybody, right? So here I embossed a piece of the same watercolor paper that I painted, that I printed the art printable on. And then I embossed it with it's from Altenew, and it's organic linen. Isn't it beautiful? Which I thought was so pretty for Irish linen. I cut a black card base, and I did it a little differently this time. I did it long and skinny, right? So I can either do it like this, right? So it's a top, it flaps open from the top, or I can do it from the side. I kind of like the top. What do you guys think? I'm kind of digging that. So, let's put this down. So I got my score tape. This is going to feel so good to finish these cards. And then my goal is to take pictures of all of them and then send them out this week. Because who doesn't like a nice card in the mail, you know? So interesting. I found this hashtag, you know, on Instagram. Everything's all about the hashtags. So I found this hashtag, and it just spoke to me. And it said, let's go sideways so we get more. Where's my little, there we go. Let's really crease that fold. So, can I tell you, I'm loving this silicone mat. Really, really liking it. Okay, so let's line that up as best we can. And it's not perfect, but whatever. Okay, so this, I'm feeling like I really want to pop that, but doesn't, I was just thinking when I was kind of playing it out in my head, like I just felt like that looked like Irish linen and the simplicity. You know, I don't like cards with a lot of futz, so I like the clean, sophisticated, and simple. I think I want to do one more little piece under that tail. I just prefer a clean, whoops, a clean look. Because then your artwork shines, right? And your messaging is on point. So make sure that we know, because I just made a card the other day that opened the wrong way. So take a second, make sure things are where they're supposed to be. Oh, so I wanted to tell you that I did foil this with black. I don't know if you can see the little bit of shimmer on there, the shine. Oh my gosh, I'm totally gonna do, like, put this in my repertoire of card making again. So I got black foil, and it just really gives it that little added touch. I love it. So let's peel off these 900 pieces of tape on the back of our foam. A little backer sheet, and then I'm gonna do this slightly higher than the center, and then I have I Believe in You cut out, and I also foiled that. I'm sure you can, I hope you can see the little bit of shine there. So I'm going to adhere that to this. And I haven't decided if I want to do like a little fishtail at the end, or if I want to do it straight. So I feel like this is just as, all right, so I could do here. I'm going to cut right in the middle and then cut up to it. These giant scissors, I don't know why I'm using these this morning. There, right? So I could do that. Ooh, I'm kind of digging that. What do you think? I could have had it, no, I think down here is probably the best. But I feel like maybe I should I pop this too? Why not? It's gonna cost me extra anyway, so, you know. There. Melissa, oh, excuse me, hey Aunt Chris, how are you? Everybody say, hey Aunt Chris. We're all sending you positive vibes, you and Tom. That's for sure. Remember, Tom is the one who's in line to get a new liver, and we want that to happen for sure. So we're all... That looks so good, you guys. I love it. I don't even think it needs any doodads. I just like the clean simplicity. But if I want to put some doodads, I can totally put some doodads. So I'm going to set that aside. And then I have this card that so you see, when I am making cards, I just cut all of the sentiments off and I put them in this little container so then I can use whatever I want as I go along. So, I have this card that I took a picture of, and I think I posted it last night, but I felt like it was just, I don't know, incomplete. And so I feel like I need to do a little something something this morning. So I have a couple of options. So I could do something with the Journey Glaze, or, you know, whatever you have, glossy accents or whatever, that I could do some of that. I could, or any combination of these things. Or I could do some doodads from High Supply. So I have these. I think I have some green, like these green sequins. I thought that might be pretty. Let's see. Maybe something pink, because we don't have anything pink on there. Like maybe just a little something pink. That might be kind of cool. Or these, can I tell you about how these are my favorite? These clear saucers. Because I feel like they just add just enough something, you know? Anyhow, so let's play around with those. I just felt like it needed something more. Anybody else feeling like that? So let's try some clear saucers. That's kind of my go-to, but because it just adds like a subtle little something, right? So let's see. See, I'm feeling like it's too flashy. Yeah, I don't love it already. I don't love it. So that makes me feel like I'm really not gonna like these green, even though it's the same color. It's still kind of, it's flashy. And I feel like this is just really clean and simple. I know, don't you love those Bells of Ireland? Don't you just love them, Aunt Mer? I just, seriously. Hey, so Rebecca, how are you liking Creativation Plus? I'm kind of digging it, I have to say. People were so like, not feeling like it was the thing to do, but I'm liking that I can take, number one, I can take all the classes I want at when it's convenient for me. And, you know what, this green looks so good, you guys, but I don't know. What do you think? Does it look too flashy? Tell me what it looks like on camera. Hey Renee, how are you? You know what? I really like the geometrics too. You know what? For this art printable, I was really feeling like I wanted to do something. I wanted to do 3 different kinds of art, right? So I did the geometric shamrock. I did the rainbow. This could be for if someone lost a pet. This could be if someone's just having a hard day. Whatever. You could use, after every storm comes a rainbow. That's pretty much daily in my life. So I have the Bells of Ireland and the rainbow and the geometric shamrock. I just felt like that was 3. I loved doing that. I loved drawing it. So, and now I'm loving painting it and putting it together as cards. I feel like that's too flashy too. I'm just not loving it. I don't know what I'm going to do. Anybody have any suggestions? I don't know. Maybe all it will take is a sentiment. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe the black frame is too much. But I really wanted to play up the black that was in there. Ugh. This is the dilemma of sequins. It takes forever and a day to just put them all back in their stinking container. But if you don't, oh lordy, get yourself a situation. So maybe, if nobody, I think I do need to just let it sit. I kind of had this, like I thought that these would totally add a little something, and I'm not loving it. So let's pick another one. So I have other cards in various, in various states of doneness. Okay, so I'm bringing back an oldie but a goodie. So I have this bee, and I foiled the bee in gold, as you can see, right? And then I foiled the Be Well Soon in green, and I kind of dig that, but I'm feeling like this feels a little flat. What does everybody else think? It just feels a little blah. So I'm feeling like I might do some black splatter, like that might do the trick. Like that might zhuzh it up a little bit. Where's my water? I'm feeling like if I do a little black splatter, that might just add a little something to the whole, like it just might. Yep, I'm feeling like that. Yep. Like that's what it needed. It just needed something else going on. All right, so now we'll let that sit, and then I think I'm gonna pop this with foam tape. So I can, while that's drying, I can cut some foam tape. When you're finishing cards, does it feel like this, do you hem and haw about all of your decisions like me? Anyone? Or do you just slap it down? Okay, so now here's the next question. Do I splatter this? Do you think that will, let's try that. You always hem and haw? Oh, good. I'm so glad it's not just me. All right. You know what? I feel like this eye is really dark and this eye isn't really not. So let's try and darken that up right now. Hey, Carmen, I need to bring your die back. I ordered the same one. I fell in love with it. Carmen let me borrow a die, and seriously, I'm just in love with it. And I will show you which one it is, because you just might want to do the same. So it is, so I think I'm going to put a little bit of here, and here, and here, because I want to deepen that a little bit. So I'll show you the die that I borrowed from Carmen. It is so cool, and I used it for this card. It is 2D Designs Stitched Nesting Hexagons, and they are fabulous because look at how many sizes you get. Look at, oh my gosh, and it's very reasonable, $13.99, and you get lots of area for play. This is the one she used with the Aunt Chris card that she made. So pretty. Okay, so now that we have that, now that this is kind of dry, I'm going to get a damp brush, and I'm just going to work this out just a little bit. Yep, that's exactly what I'm wanting. To just have a little bit of Where's my little... I had a... I'm going to put some water in there. Just going to work that out a little bit. And I just want that to look, I have a little bit more depth, you know? I feel like that's, that was part of the issue too. I was just feeling like it just looks so flat. Remember, if you're pulling off too much color, you can always wipe it on your paper towel. And this, we're just going to soften that edge, right? So we can get wetter brush, damp brush, tap, tap, tap. Soften that edge. Do the same here. I'm liking it so much more, you guys. I was really, like, I wanted to love it. Have you ever done that? Like, you paint something and you want to love it, but it just doesn't feel like it's there yet. Like, it's not finished. Let's turn and we'll do this little bit of his neck. I don't know if that's called a neck on a bee, but you know what I mean. I feel like that is gonna really help with the feeling like the bee's head is round. Like has a shape. Oh my gosh, I like that so much better, you guys. Tell me you do too. Carmen got hers from Scraps of Love, but I called every small independently owned store I know, and nobody had it. I try really, really hard to always, hey Jamie, to always support the locals first, you know? But then I also sometimes I go right to the manufacturer, because that's supporting a small business too. Because 2D Designs is not huge, but they make amazing stuff. So I'm feeling like now I'm liking it so much better. But because of this green, I feel like I need to, like, maybe some of those green, because this is more glitzy than the Shamrock card. Put a couple greens on there. What do you think? To just bring that green back. I don't know. Let's see. We could do green here, right? You know what I was, remember the other day we did a card and we did some of the sequins underneath? I was kind of digging that, where it's just kind of peeking out. I don't know. What do you think? You know what? I like it so much better, you guys. I like the... I feel like the, let's see. Well, Keels, I can't wait to see what you do with those snowflakes. I just feel like sometimes the gems just add just a little something. I'm pretty, uh-oh, where's my glue? I'm pretty, there we go. I'm pretty, I don't use a lot of them, but I do like just that little bit of something that they add. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then let's do that one underneath here. So Jeff and I watched the weirdest movie last night, you guys. It was so... seriously? Have you ever watched a movie where it's called Bliss? And have you ever watched a movie where from the beginning all the way through and at the end you're like, what in the world happened? I totally don't understand. I don't... It was so weird. I can't even describe the weirdness. All right, so is that enough? Or should I put some green up there? Let's see. Should I kind of continue with my visual triangle? Because that's 1, 2, 3. That works out nicely. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Hey, Jan. So I bet it's so nice to be back home again. Did anyone happen to catch Jan's card that she created with my Pie Like You stamps from Unity? Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys, I love it. Now I feel so much better about the whole situation. She painted those cherries. Well, whatever. But, you know, it could be whatever you want. I loved that she shared that the possibilities are endless with almost anything. It doesn't have to be, it's kind of what I was talking about the Kathleen, that it doesn't have to be St. Patrick's Day, right? Like it can be, once you open up your creativity and your imagination, it can be whatever you want. She did it like blueberries, and holy tamale, it's so pretty. I'm telling you, I just fell in love with it. And I fell in love with the fact that she totally saw something different. And I'm telling you, that's what I feel. So Jan, I'm asking you publicly if you would let me post that on my website and on my social media. If you would let me repost that, let me know your thoughts on that. I think everybody should see that once you open your mind, oh my gosh, the possibilities are endless. And I think that's what art is all about, right? We can be inspired by each other. We can, you know, so maybe somebody sees that and they make it, I don't know, what's another berry? A blackberry pie, or not blackberries because they're kind of lumpy, but it could be a raisin pie. It could be all kinds of things that you could see, like that Tessa saw the Brandy Christmas trees as mountains in Colorado, and that geometric, kind of a geometric tie. I mean, it was just whatever. I think that that is, I love it when people let their imaginations just fly. Because I feel like that's the sweet spot, you know? So I will say that my week has been kind of busy because I've had some technical stuff. So the die, this die right here, or the Carmen die. Which one are you talking about, Carol? So it's a little, you have to do a little work with this one, but it's so dang pretty. I just love that it just frames my artwork perfectly. I just love it, love it, love it. And this die is made by Gina Marie. And I know that Scrap Mania in Cedar River, right? Cedar River, Iowa, is that right? Cedar what? Anyway, Scrap Mania, which is in Iowa, and I will just tell you, Stacy is the loveliest, and she has an enormous store, so she has all kinds of stuff there. I'm telling you, just sometimes I'll just say, Stacy, show me all of your pens. Her store is enormous, and it makes me want to go to Cedar Rapids. Sorry. Cedar Rapids. Thank you, Rebecca. Cedar River. Where was I going with that? Anyway. I know that Stacy carries some Gina Marie. Or you can go right to Gina Marie's website. And she, oh my gosh. She's a card maker. You can tell because the dies that she creates are a card maker's dream. So there's this problem, having to poke out all these little bits and pieces, because I don't, you know what, somebody told me to buy that chrome plate thing for my cutter, and I never use it. I bought it, but I don't use it. You know why? Because I'm usually, when I'm like, oh, I gotta cut this, I leave myself no time, or I, you know, I'm just doing whatever. But that's me. Maybe you're more organized than I. Okay, did I get them all? I think so. But look at how gorgeous that is when I just lay it on the white. Seriously, so pretty. But look at this. And here's the thing about this, here's the thing about this silicone mat. Stuff doesn't just slide. Whatever. It doesn't, it kind of, because it has resistance. It's a whole situation. Okay, so now I'm going to adhere this. I'm telling you, I am all about the small business, Rebecca. You know it, sister. That's where you're going to get things that are unique. Do you know what I mean? Not that I don't love me a Doodle Pop. I do, from Doodlebug. But I like the things that are unusual. And I feel like that's what's going to set you apart a little bit. That's how I feel like my art is. It's just different, right? It's just a little bit something different. All right. So now let's adhere. There we go. Now look at how pretty this is going to look on here. Stop it! I'm just loving it. But what do you think about this? Does it need some black splatter, or is it fine just the way it is? I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. So Rebecca owns the most amazing company, she and her husband, called Made It by Marco. And they do 3D printed amazingness. That's all I have to say. So they make, I have a couple of things. I have the little tray that holds my chamois for cleaning stamps, but Rebecca also showed me that you can use it for traveling. Remember back when we could travel? Anyway, you can put, like, it's small enough that you could put, like, your headphones in there, your charger in there, I don't know, whatever, and it just, and the rubbery lid comes off and closes it, so you'll never lose your headphones, your AirPods. It's just the coolest. She also has this thing called, what's the thing that Rebecca, what's the thing that holds, I didn't line that up very well. The Clutter Keeper. Can I tell you, I love that thing. I love it, love it, love it. It is like kind of like this, and you can stack things. So like you can stack your unfinished cards in there, or your finished cards, or your art printables that you're still kind of working on. That's what I do. Anyway, there we go. And now I want to do Crazy About You. I wanted it to be just, because this has so much going on and this has a lot going on, I felt like this could be not as much futz, right? So let's do that. Let's cut there. I miss seeing all my friends, though, I have to say. Oh, that's a perfect, that is, I would love it if you posted a link. Absolutely, absolutely. Please do, Rebecca. Oh, that's a great idea. Jan, that's a great idea to use one of the Clutter Keepers as an iPad holder. Brilliant. Brilliant. See what happens when you hang around with artsy friends? They're all so clever and have clever ideas. There we go. We cut that. I'm loving it. But I still feel like I should scoot that over a little tiny bit. Honestly. You know what happens when you work vertically? You have barely any room. God. What in the world was I doing? So I want to make that like ever so slightly. Yeah, better. I like it better. Okay. And now we can put Crazy About You. So we could do it this way. Crazy About You. Or we could do it this way. Crazy About You. What do you think? It seems a little more interesting if I do it this way. What do you think? I'm kind of digging that. And should we pop it? Why not? Why not? No, I would love to be an Etsy affiliate. I would love it, love it, love it. I'm working on doing all of those affiliate links. See what I'm saying? Like, the people think when you have a small creative business, you get to just play all day and make stuff, but it's all of the computery stuff, you know, all of the technology, like figuring out how to do a affiliate link on your website, putting new pictures on your website, changing things around on your website so it's, you know, interesting and fun to look at. And it takes me a long time to do that stuff. How are we doing on time? 48 minutes. I still have a little bit. Okay, what else do I have to do? Okay, so I have one that I started. So I feel like this is good. What do you think? I think this has enough going on. I don't need any stuff. But if I want to, later, I totally can. Okay, so I have this one that I started, but now I don't know what I want to do. I don't know. Well, number one, I feel like it needs a sentiment, like laying right across here or here. So let's see. I could do I adore you. That's cute. But I also feel like maybe it needs some doodads, like some kind of goldy doodads. I don't know, because I feel like it's too stark. Like it needs some help. Anybody have any ideas? Because I love that goldenrod kind of color. Do you remember when we did this? We did the, oh, that's perfect. This is where we painted and then we stenciled on top. Well, I am excited to tell you that I've made some stickers out of this that will be going out. All right, What do you think about that? Like another... I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I feel like it's another way of getting that bringing that gold out. It's not as cute on the black, is it? And then I could do this. Down here, and you know what I could do? I mean, I won't be able to do it now, right on camera, because I need to go grab something else, but I'm feeling like if I do this in the same color as this, and it seems like this was wild honey, and maybe fossilized amber, if I'm remembering correctly. If I paint it to match that, and then I could mount it on some more of this doodlebug pattern paper, that might kind of get me where I want to go. I don't know. What do you think? Does it look better if all the doodads are on the flower? I don't know. That looks lame. That's not really doing anything, is it? But I kind of have an idea. So let's see, what can we do now? Oh, we can. So this, I kind of feel like I'm kind of coming to something. So now we have this that we could fussy cut, or we could die cut this whole thing. So that's like one flat background. I feel like that might be kind of fun. And that might, like we could deepen some of our green spots. Did anybody do anything special for St. Patrick's Day yesterday? It's always such a big holiday. You know, I grew up in Bay City, Michigan, and I'm just going to tell you the St. Patrick's Day parade was the bomb, because after, especially like in high school, there was a boy that went to All Saints, the Catholic high school. I went to the public school. But anyway, his last name was Talaga. I'm trying to remember his first name. But anyway, his family had a blowout St. Patrick's Day party, and it was the place to be. And I swear, I feel like the whole town was invited to that party. The parade was always phenomenal, because there was a huge Irish community. And you know what? Jeff hates corned beef and cabbage. So seriously, we had a shamrock shake. But whatever. You know what? He wore a green shirt. I was happy about that. And I said, do it for Graham. Aunt Mer, come on, that's funny, right? Anyway, those parties were the bomb, because like everybody was there, so you could have like these amazing conversations with all these different people, and and like everybody had all manner of Irish garb on. Like seriously, there were dancers, there were I'm telling you, pipers. That was everything. It was so cool. I loved it. I loved it, loved it. It was so fun. I loved that sense of community, you know? I mean, I don't know, when you move away, in your head, it stays the same, but it's probably not now. But you know, I have these lovely memories, like just a lifetime of amazing memories. All right, let's try this green. Just deepen these up a little bit. I think that's going to really make a difference in how much the art pops, you know? And then I don't know exactly what I want to do with this. I feel like because this has so much, again, this has so much going on that it might be, I feel like it might be best to keep the background pretty clean and simple, you know? So let's see. Are these looking slightly different in greenness, I hope? Oh, I love that it's just totally playing up the fragments. Like it's just totally different than the way that I painted the first one, where I just painted it like a couple layers of green, but I think it's just as pretty. I just think that that's what I mean. Like the more that the sky's the limit, you know. We can paint it any way we want. Maybe Jan can paint it like blueberries. All right. Those are all pretty similar, aren't they? But I'm kind of liking it. Yes, she did. One of my mom's dear friend, Willa, played the bagpipes. It was, oh my gosh, so cool. So cool. And you know, that's something like I just love bagpipe music. So I had my, Oh, Sarah, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry, but I'm so glad you're getting to go. I'm so glad you're getting to go. That's so important. Well, she will certainly be in our prayers, that's for sure. Let's make this a little deeper here. I love bagpipe music. So I had Irish music playing all day yesterday, and I run the gamut of Irish music. I have the Irish Rovers, and I have the Young Dubliners. Has anybody heard them? They're amazing. They've been around for a while, but they're like an Irish rock band. I had everything. Sinead O'Connor, everything. Let's add a little more green. Oops. I'm loving that. I hope everybody else had some Irish music playing. That was part of remember my 100 days? I tried to listen to all different Irish music yesterday. My 100-day project of listening to different artists. I love it. It's just so opening my brain up to like so many new artists and bands. I always watch CBS Sunday Morning because they always highlight some kind of music. And this week they had two. And so I have two new artisans to put on my list. Oh, you guys, I'm loving it. So pretty. But this guy looks a little dull. So let's bring some of this green. This one looks a little dull. Uh-oh, we got a bleeder. There we go. So I have two new artisans to kind of listen to a little bit more, kind of see, you know. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm loving it. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. I just feel like it's really, oh golly, how am I doing on time? Sorry, you guys, I'm just blabbing and painting. I'm loving it. You know what? I'm thinking like this might be, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how I want to finish this, but I really want to play up the fragments, you know? I just love that. I love it, love it, love it. I do have this other embossing folder that looks like knit, and so that might be cool because it would kind of look like Irish knit. Like a Fair Isle sweater, like those Irish knitted sweaters are, oh my gosh, so beautiful. So beautiful. Well, I guess our time is up. I didn't realize it. I'm so sorry. I know, I'm digging that light green too. I know, Laura, isn't it pretty? Sorry we were vertical today and not not horizontal, but I'll see if I can rectify it. Don't forget that Saturday is Whimsical Lettering with Anne, so there's still time to sign up for that. It is held in a private Facebook group, so I would love to have you join me because I have a really cool hand-drawn alphabet that I'm going to share with you on Saturday. So remember, we always do my whimsical lettering for part of the class, and then I introduce a new hand-drawn font that then we use those in conjunction with each other. So each month I introduce a new hand-drawn font, and then we use those with the other fonts that we've worked with, and the whimsical letter. It's super fun. So like I said, there's still time to sign up for that. And next weekend is next Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday is Let's Get Artsy with Our Bibles, and we are doing something super fun and interactive. I will have those pictures up today. And then on Sunday, we have Inspire Your Heart with Art, our art journaling class. So there's still time to sign up for all of those things. They're all on my website. Remember, if it's on my website, you can sign up for it. You don't have to be there to take the class. You can always watch it in the replay. And then there's this interactive element that happens in those private Facebook groups where people share and talk, and it's just the best. I just love it. It's just the best. So just know that those are coming down the pike quickly. I will be advertising the Let's Get Artsy with Our Bibles today and all the way through. You'll want to do it because It's darling. And I will try and finish these cards and then post them too. I adore you all. Remember, Saturday is whimsical lettering, so join me there. If not, I will see you on Tuesday, where we will make some amazing art again. I adore you all. Thanks so much. Bye.